Hello race fans, welcome to California Raceway Video. Your host here, Mike Mosier, the race doctor, along with my partner Jeff Christensen. November 9th, 1996, the Bakersfield Speedway for the Veterans Day Classic. And oh boy, what a field of cars we have here tonight. Rules opened up, of course, for 4 barrels, bigger tires. We have sideboards, all kinds of wings and foils, all kinds of crazy configurations on these race cars. All these drivers hoping that's going to make a difference in their performance here tonight. So I guess what we're going to do now is open the door for you to sit back, take your hair off, let your shoes down, and get ready for the qualifying with round 1 as we get through here this evening, Bakersfield Speedway. And we'll get an interview with a couple drivers. So sit back and we'll see you in just a moment.
Main models, last chance for hot lap. The speed stocks, get them lined up.
Stevo, indications, lights are out. 10-lap qualifier, 10 laps. RPM starts to build. Your starter, Ronnie Ybarra, looks him over. We go green. First race into the Veterans Day Classic, November 9th, 1996. David Pearson, your leader, off turn 2, but here comes the 32 car, and he's a force to reckon with. Rich Denman.
Your leader is still the wing, number 21 of David Pearson. Right behind him in the 32 car is Rich Denman. Then we go Nolan. Houston's gets sideways, making contact with Carl Nolan. Houston's up high and loses 4th position to Carl Nolan from Porterville. 1 lap down, 9 laps to go, and Houston's falling off the pace. A possible rear flat tire on that machine. Yes, he's got a right rear flat, and Houston's going to have to pull that machine into the pits. Opening up about a 5-car length advantage over the rest of the field is the 21 machine of David Pearson.
Top 4 go to the main event. Top 4 transfer to the main.
So on the bubble right now is the 0 car of David Schuyler from Longport. Actually, pardon me, it's the 55K of Carl Nolan. He's on the bubble, and he's got a lead over David Schuyler at the moment by about 7 car lengths. But flying around this 3rd mile clay oval has almost a straightaway advantage over the next car is David Pearson. I guess that wing is really helping him out tonight, Mikey.
Quite something. You see that airfoil on top. Not a lot of angle on it, but he's guessed the right angles. He's getting a lot of that motor down on the ground with that rear force being pushed on the back of that Camaro.
Rich Denman is in 2nd place. Then Raymond Nolan in the 5 machine is in 3rd. And occupying that last qualifying position is another Nolan, Carl Nolan, in the 55K car.
Our leader now going through lap traffic. The number 21 car, David Pearson, working the back bumper into turn 3 of Rob Rhodes. And Pearson puts Rhodes down a lap. Oh, Rhodes hammers the inside wall.
You know, Rhodes tried to make room for Pearson, let him go by virtually unscathed, but tags the wall himself. 8 laps down, 2 to go, Mikey.
As Pearson looks at the back bumper of Steve Cargill, white flag action to the 21 car. Pearson pops up high into turn 1, getting past Steve Cargill. Now looks at the rear bumper, the 0 of David Schuyler out of Lompoc. Pearson, the wing number 21, coming out of turn 4, looking for the checkered. He's your winner, David Pearson.
In second place, the 32 of Rich Denman.
Third goes to the number 5 of Ray Nolan.
And that last qualifying position, Mikey, goes to the 55K car of Carl Nolan, also from Porterville.
Oh boy, the 21 car fast time tonight. You see why. He smoked that first round qualifier. And then finally the number 20 car comes to us out of Lompoc. Your driver, Mike Berry. That makes up round 2 qualifier. Lights out. We're looking for the start in turn 4.
Ronnie Ibarra stares him down. Got the green flag in his hand.
RPM builds and we go green. Side by side into turn 1. Childress up high. Collier down low. Childress exposes his quarter panel, gets in the back bumper of Collier, and here comes Steve Nolan.
Collier into turn 3 is your leader. Rick Childress gets a little squirrely on the entrance to turn 3, allowing Nolan and the 98 machine of Charles Paul to slip by him.
And Dave King falls off the pace as well as Childress. Appears Childress has a right rear flat on his car.
Barry having a little bit of trouble going through turns 3 and 4 also. But your leader from Lindsay, California, the number 18 machine of Kevin Collier.
Childress out with a right rear flat. Collier, your leader, followed by slippery Steve Nolan, Charles Paul, and on the bubble, the 47 car of Brad Vargana.
I think it's Brad Vazana is on the bubble in the 47 machine, Mikey. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I believe that's his last name.
I think you're right, Steve.
Nobody complained when I did it in qualifying, so we're going to stick with that one. As we said before, Vazana's on the bubble, followed closely by the number 19 machine of Ron Sanders. Oh, and smoke from the Vazana machine. Could be trouble. He loses a motor, Mikey.
Oh, boy, in a big way out of turn 4. And finally, let's go. Ronnie Sanders moves up to that qualifying bubble position.
5 laps down, 5 to go. But Vazana gets it off the track, and we stay green here at the Bakersfield Speedway. Your leader, Kevin Collier, followed by the 17 machine of Steve Nolan, and then the 98 of Charles Paul. And Nolan makes a bubble, allowing Paul to slip into second position.
Oh, what was all of that about? It appeared that Nolan maybe had went a flat tire, but his tire's all inflated. Maybe it jumped out of gear.
Lots of drivers have been having a little bit of trouble over there in turns 1 and 2, Mikey, as we were saying earlier during qualifying. There may be a hole over there, something might have caught his front tires and shot him up the track just a bit. 8 laps down, 2 to go. Take us home.
4th position is the number 19 car, Ronnie Sanders out of Wildemar. He is on the bubble. Your leader now into turn 3. Coming around for the checkered, your number 18 car. White flag action to Kevin Collier.
Collier experiencing some lap traffic right now with 1 lap to go, but I believe his lead is insurmountable, Mikey.
And Childress had made a quick right rear tire change. Your winner, Kevin Collier, the red 18.
Charles Paul, the 98 car, comes in second.
The 17 car, slippery Steve Nolan, third.
And taking our 4th and final qualifying position is with a right rear flat is the number 19 of Ron Sanders.
Boy, what a way to finish with a right rear, but he qualifies out of Wildemar, Ronnie Sanders.
All right, how's everybody liking the action so far? I'm having a bunch of fun up here, Mikey.
Entry outside last row, the number 71, your driver, Chris Tonelli. That makes up the round 3 qualifier. Lights out. We'll look for the green from our starter, Ronnie Ibarra. RPM starts the build. California Raceway video on the hook. We go green. Doug Jeffers with a good punch into turn 1 on the high side. And Haggio down low, side by side out of 2. Oh, Haggio and Jeffers makes contact. And here comes Kaufman.
Kaufman on the high line. Haggio and Kaufman make contact in turn 4 as Kaufman assumes 3rd position. The winged Haggio. That's a big wing for a modified street.
Wayne Kaufman had trouble earlier with his motor as his plugs had hit the top of his pistons, closed the gap on him. Was unsure whether he's going to be able to make competition. Heck, he looks good here right now.
Hey, he's flying around this 3rd mile clay oval in 3rd position right now, Mikey. Wayne Kaufman. But your leader in the 22J machine, that's going to be Doug Jeffers.
On the bubble right now, the 41X of Dan Baldridge with the 78 Ralph Cook trying to reel him in. Jeffers on a string as he sticks it deep into 3 off turn 4 down low. A perfect line, as they say, Steve.
Perfect line. The real battle right now, Mikey, is for positions 2 and 3 on the racetrack between Haggio and Kaufman. Little puff of smoke you see coming out the tailpipe of Wayne Kaufman's machine, Mike.
That could be terminal with what he was telling me earlier, but Kaufman in the black 80, working down low, Haggio up high off 2.
5 laps down, 5 to go. Here comes your leader across the start-finish line, the 22L of Doug Jeffers.
That's a complete straightaway lead, and here comes the 41 car now. Baldridge making competition on the back bumper of Kaufman.
Haggio in the 30 machine has held Kaufman at bay, but Kaufman slides down low.
Haggio's car backfires and falls off the pace.
What a terrific break for the 78 machine of Ralph Cook, Mikey. He assumes the 4th and final qualifying position.
Haggio looked like he had lost power as he went into turn 3 as he ambulates down into turn 1, and he may not make it off the track. And he falls short of going out of the exit. Will go on the yellow right now.
8 laps down, 2 to go, as I see a puff of smoke coming out of the hood of Wayne Kaufman's 80 Haddad Special, Mikey.
Oh, tough break for Doug Haggio, a very, very strong competitor as he entered turn 3, and Kaufman up in smoke as he goes down the main chute looking for an exit. We have 2 laps to go, 8 down, and Haggio brings out the yellow, and he would like to move up. We'll see what he can do as we go green.
Your leader, Doug Jeffers, slides his Monte Carlo into turn 4, and already half a lap down, he's got about a 3-car length advantage over the number 41 machine, and that's going to be Dan Baldridge.
Jeffers with a great chassis and a good motor will come out of turn 4. He'll pick up the white flag. 1 more round to go.
Tinoli didn't take advantage of his situation as Lee Jensen pulls away from him, Mikey, securing that 4th and final qualifying position.
Provided he's able to make these next 2 corners. Here comes your winner out of turn 4, Jeffers.
Right behind him on the 41 machine, that's going to be Dan Baldridge.
Finishing up 3rd, the number 78 is Ralph Cook.
And our 4th and final qualifier in the 55B car, that's going to be Lee Jensen. Larry Mickey coming to us all the way from Nipomo, California.
Next row, 3rd row inside, you pick up the number 6 car. Comes to us out of Roy Grande. Big hand for Charlie Dowdy. His lights are turned out.
Outside of row number 3 is in the X car is David Nunley.
And then they'll pick up the 98 X car. That is Josh Davis out of Tuscadero. We're going racing.
Also in there, the 45 of David Childers from Bakersfield. Jumpin' Joe Antonetti jumps off to a great start, Mikey.
Honey Eddie Dale sticks his nose right in the back bumper. He's hanging right on for 2nd. The 96A is Cliff Summy out of Tuscadero, not Josh Davis. My correction.
Antonetti leads the 86 car of Dale down the back straightaway as the number 51 of Larry Mickey slides into 3rd position, Mike.
On the bubble, 11X of Calhoun. That's Mike Calhoun out of San Jose on the bubble.
Close race for that last qualifying position, Mikey. The number 6 machine trying to reel him in. Charlie Dowdy trying to reel in Mike Calhoun.
A real battle going on for that 2nd place between Larry Mickey, the red 51, and the white and blue 86 of Honey Eddie Dale. Mickey had come up to his rear bumper out of turn 2, got a little crossed up, but he's there now, Steve-O.
Larry Mickey is right on the rear bumper as he tries the high line right now. Gets way high up in the marbles, they call him. Brings her back down. Honey Eddie Dale retains 2nd position with 5 laps down and 5 to go, Mike.
All this race action captured on video here by California Raceway Video, your leader in video motorsports.
The 51 of Larry Mickey just kisses the back straightaway wall as he was exiting turn 2.
He'll need a little chapstick, huh?
Definitely.
Mickey again loose off turn 2. I would have to say too much accelerator, Steve.
Oh, and your leader, Jumpin' Joe Antonetti's motor goes south. machine assumes first position.
And that puts the number 6, Charlie Dowdy, in a qualifying position in that 4th spot, as David Nunley up in smoke down the main chute.
Up in smoke is in a big way as we go yellow. Jumpin' Joe Antonetti's Circle 66 machine, I believe, is going to be parked on the back straightaway right below the Budweiser sign.
Well, that's probably one of the better places to stop if you had to. Lights are out. We'll look for the restart. We go green.
It's going to be a 3-lap shootout. Mickey looking to the outside, makes contact with Honey Eddie Dale. Mickey up on the berm and slides back into second. Big contact between David Childress and the 96A car of Cliff Summey. They get that all squared away. We got a great battle for the lead, Mikey. Why don't you take us home?
Larry Mickey stuck it deep into turn 3, backs it up, comes out low on turn 4, and he needle dicks the inside of Honey Eddie Dale into turn 1. Larry Mickey right on the back bumper, and Honey Eddie Dale will look for the white flag, this time out of 4.
Mickey trying every possible way to get around Honey Eddie Dale. Gives him a little push going down the front straight. They call that drafting in NASCAR, Mikey.
What it did was he pushed him up high, hoping to be able to slingshot underneath him, but Honey Eddie Dale, a good driver, keeps it down low and brake checks him into turn 4.
And your winner from Porterville, California, that's going to be Honey Eddie Dale.
Finishing up second with number 51 car out of the Pomo, Larry Mickey.
In third position, the Moon Man, the 11X of Mike Calhoun.
And your 4th and final qualifier out of round 4, the number 6 car out of Roy Grandy, Charlie Dowdy.
Wow, that was exciting there, man. Down to the wire.
Big hand for your winner, Honey Eddie Dale. Next, Adam, you find the 8X car, your driver, Tom Manzella.
And a rookie out here in the number 3 car in the 4th row inside. That's going to be Scott Sturkenberg.
And the final entry, the number 60, Gary Halford out of Porterville. We're ready to go racing. No green. No green. I'm not exactly sure why not. The front row was lined up perfectly side by side. But the starter saw something that wasn't correct, so your starter, Ronnie Yabar, says, home squeeze, not yet. The number 60, Gary Halford, out of Porterville, a strong driver. They call him the Wild Man. Wild Man Halford.
Well, that's Wild Thing.
Wild Thing. We're going green.
Lightning Lonnie Cox leads them all down the front straightaway into turn number 1. The 16X of Danny Quinn right behind him.
Then you pick up Roger Remy Sr., and then on the bubble, the number 66 car of Jumpin' Jimmy Dede.
That's a performance machine power plant in that number 66 Oldsmobile, Mikey. Your fast qualifier, Lightning Lonnie Cox, has opened up about a 7-car length advantage over the rest of the field. In second position right now is Danny Quinn in the 16X car. And Roger Remy Sr. Jumpin' Jimmy Dede in 4th on the bubble. Adam Wren trying to reel him in.
10 laps, top 4 go to the main. Lightning Lonnie Cox hooked up, going to the front with a good 8-car lengths advantage over Danny Quinn.
Up on the berm goes Lightning Lonnie. A great battle right now for 3rd position, Mikey. James Dede trying the inside on Roger Remy Sr.
That's an Oldsmobile. We have 3 laps down, 7 to go. And here comes Adam Wren.
Adam Wren trying to make this a 3-car battle. One of these guys is going to make it to the main event. Actually, 2 of them will. And one won't, as Dede slides to the inside of Remy Sr. as Wren and Remy make contact down the back straightaway, allowing Manzella to perhaps move into 4th position, and he does.
Remy gets up on that inside berm, a little slippery in there. That battle on the field right now for 5th and 6th between Wren and Remy.
Banging bumpers like that is not going to get them to where they need to be, which is about 2 positions in front of them.
6 down, 4 to go.
As I see some wisps of smoke from Roger Remy Sr.'s car. Your leader right now in the 86 machine, sponsored by Delco Gunite and Pools by Ike, that's Lightning Lonnie Cox.
And And then running second, the 16X of Danny Quinn, brought to you by Quinn Printing up in Ridgecrest.
Then jumping Jimmy Dede, and then the fourth and final qualifying position right now being held by the 8X of Tom Manzella. 8 laps down, 2 to go, as Rin and Remy Sr. still doing battle back there in 5th and 6th, Mikey.
You can see the smoke coming out of Roger Remy Sr.'s car as he gets looped out of turn 2 by Adam Rin. White flag given to Lightning Lonnie Cox. One more time to go. And a black flag will be coming out to Adam Rin. There it goes for unnecessary roughness, spinning out Roger Remy Sr. Your winner, number 86, Lightning Lonnie Cox.
Danny Quinn coming in second in the 16X machine.
And the 66 of Jumpin' Jimmy Dede, third.
And then in 4th, and the final qualifying position in the 8X machine, Tom Manzella.
Tom Manzella, your 4th and final qualifier. Hey, that was just round 1 qualifier. As Remy unhappy with the spin out, but he does not realize the black flag was issued to Adam Rin for taking him out of the competition. There will be a semi for a last chance effort to get into the main event. Next row inside the number 232, the way that number came into play, that number was given by Sam Tucker, and it's Ramblin' Ron Schmidt.
Rounding out our field in the 16 car, that's Gary Dutton.
We go green, and the number 8 is Bruce Moore.
Horlacher on the high side assumes the lead down the back straightaway. Brady Bell slides into second position. Bruce Moore in the 8 machine is in third. Great racing action as Gary Dutton gets up high and tags the wall coming out of turn 4. And Pruitt kisses the wall also, Mikey.
Pruitt right now on the bubble in a qualifying position, but a battle royale up front with Bell and Horlacher.
Bell to the inside, Horlacher up high. Bell holds that line low, and they're side-by-side across the start-finish line, 2 abreast into turn 1. Bell looks like he has the advantage coming off of turn 2. Horlacher uses that RPMs coming off turn 2, Mikey.
Horlacher up high, Bell down low, and Brady Bell will secure that lead position. Horlacher a strong second, Bruce Moore third, and then Scotty Pruitt. A right rear bent wheel on the 16 car of Gary Dutton, and Ramblin' Ron Schmidt trying to find a way around him.
Dutton tagged that wall on the first lap, bending that rim, Mikey. As I untie my tongue, Brady Bell is your leader with 4 laps down, 6 laps to go. Horlacher in second, Bruce Moore in third, Scotty Pruitt in 4th with the last qualifying position.
5 down this time by, 5 to go.
Bell running a very smooth race right now, Mikey.
A battle off turn 4 for that final position in this round 2 qualifier. Gary Dutton and Ron Schmidt battling horns.
Pruitt gets a little squirrely coming off of 2, trying to make the pass on Bruce Moore. But Bruce Moore holds 3rd position. What a great battle for 5th and 6th place, Mikey. Man, they're doing a great racing out there. Oh, as Gary Dutton hits the wall hard again.
And comes right back at Ron Schmidt. I'm telling you, every corner these two have passed each other. And now we're locking horns, and look out, mama. Gary Dutton with a 360, keeps going. Oh my God, Gary Dutton does a 360 off the front bumper of Ron Schmidt.
Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound is Gary Dutton apparently tonight, Mikey. 8 laps down, 2 to go for your leader, Brady Bell.
Whatever had that right front wheel on the 16 car wobbling has straightened up. He came down the main chute this time, and it looked like it wasn't wobbling at all.
And a white flag for your leader, Brady Bell. Horlacher in second in the 33 machine. In third is the 76P of Scott Pruitt, then Bruce Moore with that final qualifying position. Yeah, I believe it's front straightaway wall wheel aligning service took care of that for Gary Dutton.
It did a wonderful job. You can see that chassis starting to work a lot better.
And there's your winner, number 54, Brady Bell.
Finished up second is the 33 of Jerry Horlacher.
And in third, the 76P of Scott Pruitt.
And your 4th and final qualifier, the number 8 out of Bakersfield, Bruce Moore.
And my hard luck award goes out to Gary Dutton in the number 16 machine. Danny the Pieman Lewis, normally driving that car. Guy tags the wall hard twice, finishes the race.
Unbelievable. Definitely had tweaked that front end. The second time he hit it, it straightened up that right front. I've seen it all now. Not TJ Maxx. Lights are turned out. We will anticipate the start again at the orange cone in turn 4. Pace setter will be the 14 car of Rick Henderson. RPM starts to build. Steve-O, take us away.
Ronnie Ibarra waves that green flag, and we're going racing. Henderson leads him into turn 1. However, Ince is side by side as the 17 of Jeff Smotherman and Simpkins get hooked up, and that drags them into the back straightaway wall, Mikey, and loses 2 positions for each of them.
That's tough. Now on the bubble of the number 81 of Todd Barker.
Simpkins gets his machine back going again. I see some smoke coming from the Smotherman car. The 17 might be some tire smoke after he makes contact with Simpkins.
Here's your leader off turn 4, Rick Henderson, followed by Alvin Ince, Terry Brewer, and then Todd Barker. And here comes Smotherman, as you said, Steve. Smotherman sticks it down low into turn 1, takes a look underneath of Barker.
Barker with that 4th and final qualifying position. Smotherman trying everything in his power to take that away from him.
Henderson now with a 6-car length advantage over Ince.
As Brewer looks on the high side of Ince for 2nd position, Brewer gets a run on him coming down the back straightaway, Mikey.
He sets his eyes on the bumper, drops down low out of 4, going to try to get under him, but Ince has enough muscle to hang in for 2nd.
Ince slams the door on Brewer. Brewer gets a chance to go low after Ince bobbles, and Brewer assumes 2nd position with 4 laps down, 6 to go.
What a great slide job by the pink 38 of Brewer as he slid low out of 4, out of 2 rather.
Still a great battle going on between those 2 cars and drivers, Mikey. The 17 of Smotherman and the 81 of Barker were hooked up coming down the front straightaway. Bumper to bumper they were. Your leader, Henderson, runs into some lap traffic, Mikey.
And he puts down the 2X of Tim Gleave. Gleave goes down a lap. And Smotherman gets underneath of Todd Barker, or on top of him as Barker got loose into 4.
Smotherman moving right on into that 4th and final qualifying position, Mikey. As Brewer and the 2X of Tim Gleave make contact coming out of turn 2.
A warning given to the 17 car of Jeff Smotherman for making contact with Barker. Look out, turn 2 action.
The 2nd place car of Alvin Ince, the number 1P machine, made contact with the lapped car of Tim Gleave, and I believe broke something into the front suspension there, Mikey.
Tough break for Alvin Ince as he falls off the pace, goes up high into turn 2. The Bakersfield, California, and your reporter, Pam Stewart. We go green. Back on the green, it's Henderson, Brewer, Smotherman, and who's going to run 4th? Unofficially, I'll go with the 81 of Todd Barker.
I concur, as Wally says, 2X has been lapped, man, so he's probably a lap down. 8 laps down, 2 to go. Your leader, Rick Henderson, in 2nd. Tim Brewer in the Mendenhall Special.
Here comes a 68J of Billy Simpkins. Simpkins gets underneath of Barker, and Simpkins, I believe, may be in a qualifying position. White flag action, 1 more time to go.
Simpkins trying to make a big move on the Smotherman in the 17 machine. Simpkins right on his rear bumper, but out of turn 4. Here comes your winner, Rick Henderson.
Terry Brewer 2nd, and a battle royale coming in for 3rd and 4th. 2 qualifying positions. Smotherman up in smoke. Billy Simpkins and Smotherman by a bumper over Barker. Oh boy. Smotherman looked like had lost a motor but was hanging on, and he did get a qualifying position.
And rounding out our field on the outside of row number 3, the 00 of Mary George coming to us from Oildale, California.
Lights out. We'll look for the green this time out of turn 4. A KG veteran sitting in that hobby number 12. McLaughlin. He has driven sprint cars, modified street, IMCA modifieds. We go green.
Robbie McLaughlin with a great start, Mike. He leads them into turns 1 and 2 with Fleming right on his tail. The father of all those Childresses, Don Childress, moves into third.
And the fourth spot right now sits in the hands of Speedy Steve Cargill with Roger Herrick reeling him in.
McLaughlin opens up about a 5-car length advantage over Trace Fleming in the 13 car. Don Childress right on Fleming's rear bumper in the 46 machine. In that fourth and final qualifying position, as Fleming tags the wall coming out of turn 4. As I was saying before, in that fourth qualifying position, Speedy Steve Cargill.
Chassis really loose on the 46 car of Childress.
They're side by side coming out of turn 4, Mikey. Down the front straightaway they go. Herrick and Cargill make heavy contact as they enter turn 1.
That was a real hard lateral hit, but look at Harry come back at Cargill into turn 3, sticks it deep into the corner.
Cargill on the low side, Herrick way up high, and Herrick takes over 4th position.
So Herrick now in the 25 car in a transfer spot. Cargill looking to move up one to go directly to the main. Your leader off turn 4, Robbie McLaughlin. McLaughlin a right rear flat.
Fleming tags the wall also, and there's a tire on the front straightaway, and we go yellow here at the Bakersfield Speedway with 5 laps down and 5 to go.
I believe that wheel came off your leader, the number 12 of Robbie McLaughlin in the Clower Special. Yes, indeedy, the rim and casing still together, so it wasn't his tire. You picked a fine time to leave me loose wheel.
Down the back straightaway,
we go green.
Trace Fleming. As Mike said, we go green. It's going to be a 5-lap shootout to the finish, Mikey.
Big Daddy Don Childress trying to hang on to that heavy chassis and transfer to the main. 5 down, 5 to go. He is currently second. Roger Herrick third, and now Speedy Steve Cargill on the bubble.
Cargill assumed that 4th position when McLaughlin went off the track with a flat tire. That's right.
One of the cars out there dropping quite a bit of fluid on the track. You can see a wet streak out of turn 2 or 4. Is that your leader? That's the number 13 of Trace Fleming, losing fluid out of his car. A little whiff of smoke starting to appear.
With 8 laps down, Mikey, and 2 to go, he's probably praying that sucker stays together long enough to let him win this heat race.
Well, compliments of cool weather, he may actually hang on and win this one.
With 9 laps down and 1 to go, your leader is still Trace Fleming as he gets a little squirrely coming out of turn 2. Don Childress, your second place car. In third, Roger Herrick, and Speedy Steve Cargill in 4th.
Here's your winner off turn 4, Trace Fleming.
In second, Big Daddy Don Childress.
Third goes to Roger Herrick.
And rounding out our field, getting that last qualifying position is Speedy Steve Cargill.
Oh boy, Cargill hung on, and he will go to the main. Keep in mind, we've had a Cargill win a main event the last 4 years in the Veterans Day Classic, and he qualifies his hobby stock and modified street tonight.
Heck of a driver that guy is.
He is indeed.
Great job tonight.
9 out of 4.
Ronnie Ibarra gives him a long, hard stare. He's got the green flag in his hand.
No green. No green as Scott Busby, a little anticipatory of the green, hit the fuel a little early, and Richard Poppenhausen got a little sideways out of turn 4. Ronnie Ibarra says, Buckwheat, I start this race, you keep your eyes on the flag. As they enter into turn 3, RPM will start the build. Busby inside, Poppenhausen outside. We're ready to go racing. Oh, Poppenhausen with a great start.
popped a good jump on Busby and off turn 2. Your leader is 81, Carl Pappenhausen.
Richard Pappenhausen with an awesome start coming down out of turns 3 and 4. Busby moves into second place. In third is the 18 machine of Tom Bowser. And what a great battle for the lead going on right now, Mikey, between Pappenhausen and Busby.
Nose to tail into turn 3, Pappenhausen and Busby, 2 KG veterans.
These alcohol-burning rockets are sliding around the Bakersfield Speedway here tonight. Third mile, high bank oval. Pappenhausen slides it out of turn 2. Busby still on his tail. 2 laps down, 8 to go.
Busby backed it into turn 2. Came out with some good RPM, but he could not find the line as Pappenhausen led him out of turn 2.
Your 2 leaders are getting seriously sideways on this clay, Mikey, let me tell you. It's great racing action here tonight.
And they've stretched out a good 10-12 car lengths on the rest of the field.
Buck Cox has a little bit of trouble coming out of turn 4. Rest of the field is spread out, Mikey. These 2 leaders are putting on a show.
Pappenhausen slides hard into turn 3. Opened the door, but Busby was right on his tail. Rather than being down low to take advantage of that opening.
5 laps down, 5 to go. Richard Pappenhausen is still your leader, with Scott Busby right on his rear bumper. Bowser in 3rd position, and in 4th, the 16X of Steve Smotherman.
What a class act up front with Pappenhausen and Busby. They are putting on a clinic here tonight.
If you want to know how to get around this 3rd mile clay oval, just take a look at the front of this race, Mikey. These guys are flying.
The 00 Don Dunlap about to go a lap down opens the door for your leaders. A wise move indeed.
Dunlap letting the 2 faster cars of Busby and Pappenhausen go by, and they say thank you very much for not holding us up there, buddy. We appreciate that.
White flag, Ashton. We've got one more time to go. Busby right on the bumper of Pappenhausen as they go into one. A better hook for Busby off 2. He gets his front end underneath the Pappenhausen, but couldn't pull the trigger.
Busby trying to squeeze his nose on the inside of Pappenhausen. Slides it right behind him, and your winner, Richard Pappenhausen.
Scott Busby second.
In third, the 18 machine of Tom Bowser.
Third is actually the 00 Don Dunlap with Bowser. That's right, the 00 went down a lap. Fourth goes the 16X of Smotherman.
Wow, man, that was awesome.
Lights out, Steve. We're looking for the green this time out of 4. As Bobby Hogue, the 4th out of Salinas, will set the pace. A hard charger himself. We go green.
Hogue gets a little squirrely off of turn 4, and Kevin Nichols and the number 3 machine of John Chadwick make contact in turns 1 and 2, and we go yellow.
We go yellow on the track. What a great jump start by the number 4 flying Ryan Cole as he stuck it deep in, came out the leader in turn 2. Complete restart as Bobby Hogue, the 4th, will set the pace once again into turn 4. Next to him, the number 4 Ryan Cole. We go green. Cole with another great start, leads him into turn 1 on the high side. Bobby Hogue, the 4th, down low off turn 2. Your leader is Ryan Cole.
Then followed by Bobby Hogue, the 4th. Then coming in 3rd position is the number 3 car of John Chadwick.
And 4th is the number 78 of Kevin Nichols with Jim Reed right below him.
Right now, Ryan Cole showing the way around this 3rd mile clay oval. Bobby Hogue in 2nd. John Chadwick in 3rd. And Kevin Nichols in 4th, that final qualifying position. But Reeves is right on his tail, Mikey. Jim Reeves.
You watch flying Ryan Cole and Bobby Hogue, both of them running that upper groove, trying to get that cushion as 2 cars come up a melee into turn 4. That's Doug Thompson and the 54J of AJ Wright out of Los Osos.
And the 54J machine of AJ Wright pulls out right in front of your leader, Ryan Cole, but they avoid a melee coming out of turn 4, Mikey. Man, that was close.
Unbelievable. And we stay on the green.
As we see a black flag warning for the 4X car of Doug Thompson.
Your leader now putting Thompson down a lap. Ryan Cole sticks it deep into turn 3. and gets past Thompson. Here comes Bobby Hogue.
Bobby Hogan second. You know, Mikey, I like to see these drivers using that high line early. That means later on in the main events, they're going to be able to use both the high and the low line, so that should make for some exciting racing.
Exactly right. Cole running strictly on that second groove now as Hogue drops down, loading in line lap traffic.
7 laps down, 3 to go. Hogue had a little bit of trouble with that lap car of Doug Thompson, allowing your leader, Ryan Cole, to stretch out about a 7-car length advantage over the number 2 machine. In third place is John Chadwick, and holding down that final qualifying position is Kevin Nichols. This time by, your leader is going to see the white flag. Mikey, take us home, buddy.
I tell you what, Cole has stretched his lead out by a good 20 car lengths over Hogue. A battle off turn 4. But Cole now into turn 3, followed by Bobby Hogue, the 4th. Here comes your winner off turn 4, flying Ryan Cole.
Coming home in second position in the number 2 machine, that's Bobby Hogue, the 4th.
Finishing up third is the yellow number 3, John Chadwick.
And securing that 4th and final qualifying position, the 78 machine of Kevin Nichols.
Oh boy, what a battle with Cole and Hogue. And we'll see Cole, Hogue, Poppenhausen, and Scott Busby in the main event. Holy mackerel, that'll be a hot dog shootout.
And rounding out our field is the 16 late model of Vance Beltran from Morgan Hill. Lights are out. Ronnie Ibarra, our starter, gives him a hard look. He's got the green flag in hand. The 0-1. Dave Goulet leads him down the front straightaway. Into turn 1 we go, side by side. They make contact. The number 7 machine of Ron Meyer and Dave Goulet. But Goulet comes out on top. Into turn 4 we go. It's Goulet, Meyer, Busby, and the 47 machine of Chet Buckley, your top 4. Then comes Bartels, Voigt, Gonzalez, and Beltran. In just 3 short laps, the 0-1 of Dave Goulet. He comes to us all the way from Bend, Oregon, has opened up about a 5-car length advantage over the number 7 machine of Ron Meyer. And the 2 really high sideboard cars have just opened up a tremendous lead over the rest of the field. The 16 of Vance Beltran having a little bit of trouble getting around this track. Gonzalez in the 0-2 car gets up on the berm as Beltran is slowing down the back straightaway and may bring out the yellow flag if he can't get it off the racing surface. But from here, at the halfway point with 5 laps down and 5 to go, is Dave Goulet in second, the number 7 car of Ron Meyer from Willington, California. And Gonzalez gets his rig off the track, and we stay green here at the Bakersfield Speedway. Now running into some left traffic, Dave Goulet having a little bit of trouble with Gonzalez. That allows the number 7 of Ron Meyer to catch right up to his rear bumper, and we've got a race for the lead. Meyer right on Goulet's rear bumper. And a great battle right now also going on between Chet Buckley in the 47 machine and Scott Busby in the 73 car. Great battle for the lead right now. Up high goes the 7 car. And we've got a major contact. Scott Busby nails the car, the 16 of Greg Voigt. As Voigt was trying to get off the track, Busby was in 3rd position before making contact with Voigt. I think that Mike Mosier is down there. If he can tell us what's going on. Mikey, are you down there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Steve, well, right down here next to the action. Scott Busby came into turn 1, tried to turn it down. He had traffic in front of him that had fallen off the pace. You might check your roster. I don't believe that was Greg Voigt that he made contact with, but Busby suffered a lot of damage on the passenger side of his car as he turned it sideways.
You are correct, Mikey. That's Vance Beltran in the 16 machine. Thank you for correcting me. There's Voigt on the track right now.
All right, we go back on the green. Dave Goulet, your leader into turn 1, followed followed by the number 7 of Ron Meyer with a big old sideboard. Then you pick up the dirt car, the number 47, Chet Buckley out of Lompoc. White flag action, one more time to go. Then you pick up the number 77 of Bill Bartels. Here comes your winner out of turn 4, Dave Goulet out of Oregon. Meyer second, Buckley third, Bartels fourth, Greg Foyt fifth. Then you pick up the 02 of Malin Gonzalez out of Fallon, Nevada. Oh, what a battle royale. Round 1 qualifier for the late model division. Your driver Kevin Hocking. That makes up round 2 qualifier here tonight for the late models. Lights out. We'll look for the green out of turn 4. 8 cars, 10 laps. RPM builds, and we go green. And David Hawks in the U number 1 car, your leader off turn 2. Poppenhausen settles in for second. Maya running third. Oh boy, the U1 of Hawks opens the door for Poppenhausen. And yellow on the track, a car high up into the wall, turn 4. That is one of the number 1 cars that we have here. That is the plane number 1 of Rick Becker out of Highland. And we go back on the green. One of David Hawks out of Oregon, your leader, followed by Richard Poppenhausen. Then you pick up Rob Maya. Oh boy, Hawks opens the door, and here comes Poppenhausen. Poppenhausen down low, couldn't hold a groove, and falls back to second, but a battle off turn 4. And Poppenhausen makes that pass. So the number 4 off turn 2, your leader, Richard Poppenhausen, followed by the U1 of David Hawks. And you pick up the number 37 of Rob Maya. The 11 car of Mike Collins, currently 4th on the track as Poppenhausen works his way through lap traffic, turn 3. And Bob Campitelli off the pace, up high out of 4. The number 45, Bobby Hogue the third, on the back bumper of Collins, going into turn 3, lap traffic in front of him. Oh, look out. Contact made with Hogue and the number 21 car, Kevin Hocking. White flag action, one more time to go. And Maya falls off the pace. Here's your winner, Richard Poppenhausen. Finishing up second, the U1 of David Hawks out of Oregon. Third will go to the number 45 car of Bobby Hogue the third. Then you pick up 4th, Mike Collins. Oh boy, Poppenhausen, a great battle, wins this one. Finishing up second, the U1 of David Hawks out of Oregon. The Sam Tucker Special, brought to you by Multi-Business. Your driver is Daryl Hood. Lights out, we're looking for the green. The number 2 car, Mike Hood. We go green. Also the number 86 of Buck Cox and the number 6 of Chris Matson. Chad Reichenbach, your leader, as Daryl Hood gets hammered into the infield out of turn 2 by Buck Cox. Reichenbach, your leader, followed by Jerry Stewart, Steve Drake, 3 of Dave Stutz.
I'm refueled and ready to go. 3 laps down. Your leader, Chad Reichenbach, has opened up a complete straightaway and a half advantage over the number 2 machine of Jerry Stewart.
Your leader now into turn 2, getting underneath of lap traffic, Chris Matson, and he goes down a lap. A complete half-lap lead with Chad Reichenbach in the red 15.
Great battle going on right now between the second and third place cars. That is Jerry Stewart in the 4 machine. And in third position is Steve Drake in the number 11 car. As Stewart makes hard contact with dashing Daryl Hood, and they are hooked up, and Hood spins around down the back straightaway, and we go yellow here at the Bakersfield Speedway, Mikey.
Tough break for Daryl Hood as he got a sandwich job when Stewart got into his rear quarter panel trying to get out of turn 2 and trying to hold off the number 11 of Drake. And Daryl Hood paid the price with Jerry Stewart in his rear quarter panel. And Drake makes the pass. Drake now up to second.
You'll find a orange cone right there in the middle of it, right by the little Long's Drugs sign.
6 down, 4 to go. We go green. No green. No green. We held off. Somebody, I think, is out of position. Reichenbach, Stewart, Drake, Hood,
Stutz, Cox,
and Maxson. We go on the green.
Reichenbach has just been getting awesome starts and restarts tonight, Mikey. With 1 lap on the restart.
Oh boy, Stewart opened the door and up comes Drake. Drake and Stewart are very familiar racing against each other. And the 11 car Steve Drake now up to second, Stewart back to third. And here comes Mike. Hood, and Hood puts a challenge on Stewart, and Hood looks to make the pass into 3 and does it.
And Hood goes into turns 3 and 4 in third position. Stewart now in 4th, but Reichenbach is running away with this thing. 8 laps down, 2 to go. I think possibly Stewart's ill handling is due to the contact that he made with Daryl Hood earlier in the race.
Exactly right. White flag action. 2 more corners for your leader now into turn 4. Your winner, Chad Reichenbach.
Coming in second position from San Luis Obispo, California, Steve Drake.
The 1996 track champion finishing third, Mike Hood.
And the 1996 California late model series champion, number 4 car, Jerry Stewart.
Then you find the number 3 of Dave Stutz finishing up 4th.
Well, let's do a lineup, man.
On the pole, the 0 car out of Lompoc, David Schuyler. Second row inside the number 11 of Speedy Steve Cargill. Then you pick up the number 12 of Kirkpatrick. We go green.
Also in the field, David Childress. And then the 71 machine of Chris Tonoli.
The number 44, Rapid Rick Childress.
Whoa.
Oh, a melee into turn 3. That's the number 12 of Kirkpatrick.
And the Mike Berry getting involved in that one, Mikey, as we go yellow. We're going to do a complete restart probably, huh?
Lights out. We go green. David Schuyler leads them into turn 1. Off turn 2, your leader. Dave King running second, then you pick up the 71 car. Chris Tonoli. As Childress all the way from the back row, now up to, well, he was up to 4th as he tangled horns with Cliff Summy. Top 6 go to the main. And Mike Berry, your leader, followed by Dave King. Dave Schuyler running 3rd, then the 71 car, Chris Tonoli. Jeff Houston's 5th. And 6th is the 45 of Childress. And now Speedy Steve Cargill up in the hole. Rick Childress getting underneath his brother, David Childress. Steve Cargill on the bubble in the 6th position. Your leader, the number 20 of Mike Berry. Mike Berry, the 20 car, a lap down. The 07 car is your leader. Dave King, the 07, your leader. Followed by the 0 of David Schuyler, the 16 of Jeff Houston, and then this 11 of Steve Cargill. And then you pick up the 44 of Rick Childress. Childress currently 5th. On the bubble, the 71 right now of Chris Tonoli as the white 20 down a lap.
Alrighty, as Houston's moves past Mike Berry, a lap car, to get into second place. Right behind him is a 0 car of David Schuyler. Then comes Speedy Steve Cargill in 4th. Rapid Rick Childress in 5th. And some smoke coming from Cargill's car, Mikey.
Not a good sign. They were working on that car earlier on the rear end as we go white flag action. One more time to go. The 07 of King looking great here. What a marvelous line he's driven around this track. A 4-car length advantage, take us home.
And here he comes out of turn 4 for the checkered flag. Your winner, Dave King.
Jeff Houston 2nd, David Schuyler 3rd.
In 4th, too close to call for me, Mikey. It was either Cargill or Childress.
Cargill by a bumper. Cargill by a bumper. Childress finishes right behind him.
In 5th.
And 6th, I believe, goes to the number 71, Chris Tonoli.
Alrighty, man. What an exciting.
Next to him, the number 12 car. That's the Clower Special. Your driver, Robbie McLaughlin out of Porterville. Lights out. We're looking for the green. Next in the lineup, also the number 68 out of Santa Maria, Billy Simpkins. RPM starts to build. Adam Wren also in the lineup, and Mary George. We go green. Ramblin' Ron Schmidt on the high side into turn 2 off the corner. Your leader, Alfred back to 2nd. Gary Sutton running 3rd. Schmidt and Sutton and Halford and the number 12 of McLaughlin.
Schmidt opens up about a 7-car length advantage over the rest of the field very early. As the 16 car of Dutton and the 81 make contact going into turns 1 and 2. The number 12 car now moves into 2nd place. That's Rob McLaughlin. Got the here.
Number 2 car, Roger Remy Sr. up stranded into turn 2.
That's the number 1 of Ince.
That's the number 1P of Alvin Ince out of Strathmore, rather, not Roger Remy. We go back on the green.
Nine laps to go right now, Mikey. Number 232, that's Ron Schmidt is your leader. Gary Dutton in 2nd.
Gary Hopford and then Robbie McLaughlin 4th.
This is the Hobby Stock Semi-Main, 9 laps, 4 down, so we've got 8 to go, Mikey, as we got a great battle between the number 12 machine of Rob McLaughlin as he moves into 2nd around Halford.
Your leader, the 232 of Ramblin' Ron Schmidt.
Schmidt's going to be running into some lap traffic here shortly as we got a great battle for 2nd between McLaughlin and Dutton. McLaughlin goes down low and makes the pass on the 16 machine of Dutton.
Adam Wren hits hard in the rear quarter panel of Roger Remy Sr. and spins him out into turn 4.
That battle's been going on since the heat race, Mikey. Now, with lap traffic in play, The wild man, number 232, Ron Schmidt, is having a hard
Look out, a spin into turn one. Mary George with a 180 spin out. And we go yellow on the track for her.
Just as McLaughlin was about to make a pass on the number 232 machine of Ron Schmidt, we go yellow, which is going to cause us to revert to the last lap, which is going to put Ron Schmidt back in to the lead, Mikey. Okay, we're going to restart on the back straightaway. And we go racing here in the hobby stock semi-main. Top 6 guys going to the main event. We've got a great battle between McLaughlin and Schmidt, Mikey, as McLaughlin makes the pass and takes the lead on lap 7.
And Billy Simpkins gets underneath of Gary Halford, opens the door, and Adam Marin slides up to 4th.
Wren taking full advantage of that. Simpkins having a real hard time over there in turns 3 and 4, Mikey.
I think when they make contact, he got a right front flat on that car.
Right front flat is the diagnosis. 8 laps down, and we see the white flag right now, Mikey. Actually, 9 laps down, 1 to go. This is going to be a 10-lap semi.
And here comes your winner off turn 4, the number 12, Robbie McLaughlin.
Great battle for second, but coming home in second place, number 232 of Ron Schmidt.
Finishing up third, the number 16 of Gary Dutton.
In fourth in the number 5 machine, that's Adam Wren.
Fifth goes to the number 60 of Gary Halford.
And I believe the 6th and final qualifying position is going to go to the number 2 machine of a Roger Remy Sr.
That are the 6 that do qualify to the hobby main event. Hey, the number 21 of David Pearson. The number 32 car in the lineup, Rich Denman. Lights out, we're looking for the green.
Trying to get this thing underway as soon as we can, Mikey. Let's go racing, says Ronnie Yamara. Into turn 1 we go. The 22J of Doug Jeffers leads the whole back into the front back straightaway, rather. Jeffers up high in turns 3 and 4. And it's the 86 of Honey Eddie Dale in second. The 21 of David Pearson in third. Kevin Collier in fourth. Everybody gets around the first lap clean. We're looking good right now for this scheduled 30-lap main event for the modified street division here at the Bakersfield Speedway. Jeffers running an awesome line right now. Is your leader by 3 car lengths, Mikey.
Then you pick up Eddie Dale, David Pearson, Rich Denman running fourth, and Charles Paul fifth.
I think that's Collier in fourth, Charles Paul in fifth. And that 5-pack of cars right there has opened up about a 7-car length advantage over the rest of the field, Mikey.
And you pick up the 51 of Larry Mickey and Rich Denman.
And the 41, and we've got contact in turn 2 and a big melee. 2 cars spun out. The 41 machine of Dan Baldridge, as well as the 17, and that was going to be Steve Nolan from Porterville. And we go yellow with 4 laps down, 26 scheduled laps to go. And David Schuyler, as we're getting ready to go green, Mikey, on the back straightaway.
Lights out, Doug Jeffers will set the pace into the cone. We go green.
Jeffers coming out of turn 4, taps the berm. With nearly half a lap down, he's already opened up a 2-car length advantage over Honey Eddie Dale in the 86 car. On the inside of Kevin Collier right now is Charles Paul in the 98 machine doing a great battle for 4th place. And the number 21 of David Pearson makes contact with Honey Eddie Dale, spins him out in front of the whole pack of cars. Everybody's going to get through unscathed as we go yellow again, Mikey, with 6 laps down, 24 laps to go.
Boy, I tell you what, a lot of lucky drivers right there.
the 89 car, or 86 car of Honey Eddie Dale. Lights are out, 6 laps down. We'll be starting this race on the back straightaway. We're going racing.
Doug Jeffers puts the hammer down. A shift by Pearson's on the gear, and he falls off the pace. David Pearson was running second, now falls back to ninth, and still hasn't gathered it back up.
Pearson either has a right rear flat or has some mechanical difficulty. Mikey, let me tell you. Looks like a left rear flat, possibly. Might get left rear flat on the 21 car of Pearson. Your leader right now is Doug Jeffers. Kevin Collier's looking to reel him in second position, Mikey.
9 laps down this time by. 21 more to go. Jeffers, Collier, Paul, Denman, Nolan, Sanders, Nolan, and the 11X of Mike Calhoun.
Rapid Rig Childress comes to a stop in the apex of turns 1 and 2. I heard big contact, Mikey.
That almost sounded like something blew up.
Definitely. It was a very, very loud bang, yeah.
Left front tire, we're told by Wally, that is flat on the 44 car.
10 laps to go. We'll restart this one by the orange cone right below the subway sign.
We go green.
Jeffers leads the pack into turns 3 and 4, slides it out of 4 down the front straightaway with Collier right on his tail. Charles Paul in third place.
Jeffers opens the door, but look at the horsepower as he straightens it out of turn 2.
Collier doing everything he can to try and catch that Monte Carlo. It's a freight train on modified streets out here tonight, Mikey.
A lot of horsepower right now.
12 laps down, 8 laps to go. Collier's running a little lower line in the corners, Mikey, trying to make it stick, trying to get his nose in there.
And Jeffers runs the high line, keeps that RPM up.
Collier right on Jeffers' rear bumble car. Collier making a move right now out of turn 2 as we got a slow car, Rob Rhodes, up on the wall down the back straightaway.
And Larry Mickey off that pace, as well as Dave King.
But we stay green here at the Bakersfield Speedway, Mike. Rob Rhodes still slowing in turns 3 and 4 as Collier tries to make an inside move again, but Jeffers closes the door.
Unreal horsepower with Jeffers when he comes off those corners. Collier a little quicker in the corners and Jeffers faster in the straightaway. Lap traffic may be a play. Oh boy!
Jeffers trying to keep that high line that nearly comes into play with the lap traffic of Dave King. Lee Jensen spins out but manages to keep it on the infield, staying out of the way of our leaders. Mikey was 17 laps down, 3 laps to go. It's going to get exciting now as Collier tries the inside as they make contact out of turn 2.
And Childress jumps back on the track out of the back chute.
8 more corners and this thing's done, Mikey. Can Collier do it?
18 down, 2 to go. Can Jeffers hang on and hold off the hard charging 18 of Collier? White flag action, one more time to go.
Doug Jeffers is now with about a 4-car length advantage with 1 lap left, Mikey. Now only 2 corners to go. Bring us home.
And there's your winner, Doug Jeffers. Collier second.
Charles Paul in third. Ray Nolan comes home in fourth.
And fifth goes to the 11X of Mike Calhoun out of San Jose.
Jeff Houston's come home in sixth. Carl Nolan in seventh. In the 6th machine of Charlie Dowdy in 8th. Then Ralph Cook
Oh boy, what a battle with those two as Collier comes up, gives him a thumbs up. A nice drive by Jeffers, your winner.
Lightning, Lonnie Cox.
As we show him one, we'll be looking for the green out of turn 4. Third row inside, the number 16X, that driver, Danny Quinn.
Third row outside, the number 33 machine of Jammin' Jerry Horlacker.
Then you pick up the Pink Panther car. That's the number 38 of Terry Brewer.
Then we have the 46 machine. That's going to be Don Childress.
Then you pick up the Black Oldsmobile, the 66 car, Jumpin' Jimmy Deedy.
Then the 76P car of Scott Pruitt.
Lights out, we'll look for the green out of 4. Next row inside the 8X of Tom Manzella.
On the outside of him in the 25 machine, that's Roger Herrick.
The yellow 81 of Todd Barker, we're looking for the green. We go!
We're going to have the 3 car. That's going to be Scott Sturkenberg.
Look out, mama. Trace Fleming gets sideways into 2. Oh, boy. We've got a 7-8 car pileup. You've got Brady Bell, Trace Fleming, Jammin' Jerry Horlacker, Terry Brewer, Roger Herrick, Scotty Pruitt, Don Childress, and 8 is Bruce Moore.
Wow, Trace Fleming gets Luke coming out of the exit of turn number 2 right in front of the pack, Mikey.
Tough break, nowhere to go on that one as he, like you said, got crossed up on a big dog 90-degree angle. We'll go to a complete restart. And out of 4 as Trace Fleming gets back to the grid.
I never thought I'd see it. Wing on a hobby stock, Mikey.
21 cars on a restart. We go green. Henderson, a slide edge into 1. Quinn down low, Henderson up high, and off turn 2 your leader, Rick Henderson, followed by Quinn, Brewer, Pruitt, and Lonnie Cox dropping back to 6th.
Jumping Jimmy Deedy on the outside of Cox moves into 5th position. And here comes Brewer on the outside of Quinn. He's going to take over 2nd place as they come out of turn 2.
Oh, down in the main shoe, we have Big Daddy Don Childress and Steve Cargill. Cargill, a left rear axle broke. And that ends the reign of terror for the Cargills as they will not post a winner 5th year in a row in the Veterans Day Classic. Tough break for Speedy Steve Cargill. Fasten your seatbelts as Rick Henderson will set the pace. A slow roller, he goes on the green.
And the number 232 of Aaron Schmidt back out on the racetrack. As Atchison makes a power move to the inside of Lightning Lonnie Cox. Pardon me, McLaughlin. That's Rob McLaughlin in the 12 car, moving up a position.
That's all right. Both from Porterville. That's close.
At least I got the same town. So. Let me tell you, Mike, Rob McLaughlin is on the move. Maybe the fastest car out there right now.
You said it, Steve. Look at him come hard into 3 underneath of Jim Beattie in the 66 car. Battle for 5th.
McLaughlin to the inside on the front straightaway. And he takes over 5th position. Now he sets his sights on Scott Pruitt in the 76P car. Man, just down the straightaways, McLaughlin is just pulling away from people. It's amazing.
Henderson, your leader off 4. Quinn right on his back bumper.
Lightning Lonnie Cox makes a pass on Jumpin' Jimmy Deedy as McLaughlin goes underneath Scott Pruitt to move into 4th place, Mikey.
Boy, you call it as McLaughlin sticks up to 4th behind Terry Brewer. And look out, Henderson getting a challenge now from Danny Quinn as they exited turn 2. Quinn gets a love tap from Brewer, and Brewer takes a hold of Quinn and takes him out into turn 2.
And the benefactor of that whole deal, Mikey, was Rob McLaughlin as he moves into 2nd place, as Trace Fleming ends up right in the middle of turns 3 and 4.
Well, I'll tell you what will happen here with the yellow being thrown for Fleming. That'll give the number 16, Danny Quinn, his position back. Great shootout, but McLaughlin, you called it early on here. As we go back on the green, McLaughlin, the fast car, sets his eyes on your leader, Rick Henderson. Henderson opens the door out of 4. McLaughlin gets underneath him. McLaughlin into turn 1.
He's got a fender on him going into turn 1. They're side by side coming out of turn 2. Into turn 3, Mikey.
Door handle to door handle into turn 3, and McLaughlin makes a pass. Henderson tries it down low and picks up the inside berm.
Henderson in second place now. Lightning Lonnie Cox in third. Jumping Jimmy Dede in that Performance Machine Special. Now in fourth. Manzella is in fifth.
Bruce Moore sixth. Then you pick up Gary Dutton and then Roger Remy Sr.
Rob McLaughlin, after he makes the pass on Rick Henderson, has opened up about a 2-car length advantage over Henderson. Lightning Lonnie Cox in third has set his sights on the number 14 car, Mikey. 8 lap. Thank you very much. As Terry Brewer gets back out on the racetrack, Mike.
Alfred Huda flopping into turn 3. Horlacher behind him, and then Ron Schmidt.
Here comes your leader out of turn 4. That's the number 12 machine of Rob McLaughlin.
11 down, 4 to go. A loose wheel into turn 4. And Horlacher and Halford lock horns after the wheel breaks off of Roger Remy Sr.'s number 2.
Roger Remy Sr.'s come to rest in the apex of turns 3 and 4, which brings out another yellow flag in this hobby stock main event. Going to shorten this race even more, Mikey, as the checkered flag flies. That means your winner,
the number 12 of Robbie McLaughlin.
That's Rob McLaughlin from Porterville, California.
And the number 12, that is the Clower Special, and he put the hammer down. He'll take the main event win.
Coming home in second is the number 14 machine, Ackerman Chiropractic sponsored car,
Rick
Henderson from Bakersfield. In third, your fast qualifier tonight in the 86 car, the winged number 86, Lightning Lonnie Cox. Row 4 on the outside in the 0 car, that's Jim Reeves.
Lights out, we're looking for the green. Next row inside, 86, Buck Cox.
On the outside of him, the 54 car, AJ Wright.
We go green, and Scott Busby leads him into turn 1, off turn 2, your leader. Followed by Bobby Hogue, Ryan Cole, and Richard Pappenhausen. Oh, look at Pappenhausen and Cole lock horns.
As do the 3 of Chadwick and the 16 of Smotherman. Pardon me, yeah, Steve Smotherman, they lock up. But what an awesome start by Scott Busby, Mikey. That was awesome. Jumped out to an early lead. And now Bobby Hogue, the force, got to play catch up.
That's not your normal 57 variety.
That's correct. Busby up high in turn 3.
Hogue down low, and Cole on that third position with Pappenhausen behind him.
Busby just seems to have a little something extra over all of these other guys tonight, Mikey. The guy's flying around this track. He's got his suspension set up just perfectly.
And that's after that bad wreck he was involved in turn 1 on his qualifier.
As you say, the guy does this for a living. I guess he builds IMCA modifiers for a living. And I'm sure he just slapped the new front lip on that thing, huh?
Actually, he's a distributor for a major IMCA modified chassis. Problems into turn 4. The 82 car. Dennis Clay. And the number 51 of AJ Wright, the 54 rather.
And this all going on right in front of our leaders. Scott Busby almost gets through unscathed. However, the number 2 of Bobby Hogue the 4th, and Ryan Cole gets stuck behind some lap traffic, Mikey.
And we go yellow on the track.
Tires
Loose
off.
wheel out of turn turn 4, and Busby just barely avoiding contact with that tire. It appears possibly an axle attached as it comes sitting on the inside out of turn 4.
And then the 82 car of Dennis Clay rounding out our field. Lights are out, Mike.
And Busby puts the hammer down. We go green. Look at Hogue stick it up. Oh boy, real quick. Hogue came in with power.
Busby leads the pack. Right behind him, Bobby Hogue the fourth. Flying Ryan Cole in third place, trying to make up some positions here. A big burst tonight here at the Veterans Day Classic. And we've got 2 cars spun out of the index of turns 3 and 4. That's the 16X of Steve Smotherman and
the 0 of Jim Reeves. The yellow number 3 of John Chadwick had got crossed up right about where those 2 cars sit. Smotherman turned his car to avoid damage in the front end, and he came up lame as Chadwick went on. And when Smotherman turned his crosswise, the 0 car, Jim Reeves, nowhere to go. We go back on the green.
Busby leads the pack into turn 4 down the front straightaway. Bobby Hogue the fourth, looking to reel in Busby and make the pass.
But look at Ryan Cole. Boy, he is in the hunt. That is the third place car, the red number 4. Tommy Bowser loses it into turn 3.
As we go yellow again with 10 laps down, 5 laps to go. Race, man.
And I picked the red number 2 of Hogue right there running second. Who'd you pick, Ricky?
Ryan Cole, number 4.
That's the top 3. We go back on the green.
Busby with another good restart. Ryan Cole trying to look on the outside of Bobby Hogue the fourth. Ryan Cole right on the backside of Bobby Hogue the fourth, taking us home.
Actually made contact with him as they went into turn 3. And oh, look out, here comes Cole underneath of Hogue. No handle into turn 3. Cole down low, Hogue up high. Your leader, Scott Busby, running fourth, Richard Pappenhausen, and Hogue goes back to second. Cole up high, makes contact, and Pappenhausen up to second.
We stay green here at the Bakersfield Speedway. Richard Pappenhausen now moves into second place. It's going to be a 2-lap shootout from right here. Pappenhausen trying to reel in your leader, Scott Busby, as they're still doing battle for third and fourth back there, Mikey.
Cole maybe a little faster as he needle nicks the back bumper of Bobby Hogue. White flag action, one more time to go.
Scott Busby, your leader, enters turn 1, slides her into turn 2. Pappenhausen in second position. Bobby Hogue's in third, Ryan Cole's in fourth.
And here's your winner, the 73, Scott Busby.
Richard Pappenhausen coming home in second.
Bobby Hogue third.
Flying Ryan Cole coming home in fourth.
Fifth goes the 86 car, Buck Cox.
And then we've got Darren Smotherman in the 6S car coming home in fifth.
And behind him, the 82 car of Dennis Clay. Unofficial rundown.
Wow, what an exciting race, Mike, and we still have those late models to come.
Scott Busby changes tires to the late model rear tires and a nose piece in front. Scott Busby.
Do you think you had to throw some fuel into that thing, Mikey, to make sure you made this main event?
Yes, indeed. He lights out. We'll look for the green this time out of turn 4. I'll pick the number 15 of Ted Reichenbach.
We're going racing here. Veterans Day Classic here at the Bakersfield Speedway. 1,500 bones to win this race, Mikey. We got some problems in turn 22.
Ted Reichenbach, currently your leader, followed by Ron Meyer, the 0-1 of Dave Goulet. probably right. Oh, melee, turn 4, tire breaks loose. A tire up loose. Oh, boy. Debris, turn 4. Oh, 3 cars hit some heavy metal. Looks possibly a rim has broke off and a tire come loose. Unspent fuel alcohol out of the 11 car. Steve Drake, no problem there. The right front tire broke off, spindle and all, off the number 4 car, Jerry Stewart. You saw 3 cars get airborne, and that's what they got arrowed from, was the broken spindle and rim sitting in turn 4.
Mikey, let me tell you, full sail Speedway, Reichenbach leads him into the back straightaway, puts the hammer down, and we're going racing. Reichenbach into turn 3 and 4, leads the freight train late models down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Reichenbach has pulled out a 6-car length advantage over Ron Meyer in the 7 machine. It's Bakersfield making his move on Steve Drake and flies and virtually gets the 4th position. Bakersfield now on the move as your leader, Chad Reichenbach, runs into lap traffic already. 9 lanes in on the schedule, 21 to go. We can go. In total 40 laps, so actually 31 laps to go. As Reichenbach slices through lap traffic like a surgeon, dispenses with another one, but he spins out in front of him, which allows Ron Meyer to pull up right on his rear bumper. Ron Meyer is now in second place, closes at 7. Car length advantage up to about 3 now. Then we've got the 0-1 of Dave Blake. And then Richard Babenhausen as the number 1. Rick Becker from Highland spins his car, and he's up on the infield. We're staying green here at the Bakersfield Speedway. 12 laps down, 28 laps to go. Reichenbach still having his problems with lap traffic. Ron Meyer still right on his tail. Welcome back, Mikey.
Thank you. I tell you what, cars very, very quick out here tonight. As coming out of turn 4 of California dirt car, Reichenbach working his way through lap traffic.
Actually, Meyer made the pass coming out of turn 2. Mikey, we have a new leader. It's the number 7 car, Ron Meyer. Reichenbach now in second. Dulé in third. Babenhausen in 4th. 14 laps down. Actually, 15 laps down. 15 laps to go.
Chad Reichenbach getting caught up in lap traffic is boxed in right now as he comes off turn 2. And Ron Meyer out of Wilmington, California, starting to stretch his lead. And Reichenbach trying to get around the 37 car, Rob Naya.
Ron Meyer opens up about a 9-car length advantage over the now second place Chad Reichenbach. Still a great battle, really close between Babenhausen and the number 0-1 Dave Dulé out of Oregon, Mikey, for 3rd and 4th.
Those two have been battled the entire time, and they are locked up down the back street again, wrapped up with Rob Naya.
Reichenbach has actually closed the gap between himself and Ron Meyer, now down to about 5 car lengths, Mikey. Should make for an exciting finish.
An awesome finish as Ron Meyer is the leader into turn 1. 4 car lengths back, you pick up Chad Reichenbach.
Greg Boyd spins his late model in the apex of turn 3 and 4. Richard Babenhausen has been boxed in for several laps now, Mike. He's actually lost about 10 car lengths to the 3rd place machine of Dave Dulé.
Dulé with part of his right front bodywork coming off his car.
Your leader is still the number 7 car of Ron Meyer, followed closely by Chad Reichenbach. Man, this is going to be a good finish. 22 down, 18 laps to go, Mikey.
Oh, Reichenbach gets loose off turn 4. He had wheeled Meyer in, was right on the bumper, and now he's back 4 car lengths as the leader of the number 7 car needles his way through traffic, turn 4 action. 24 down, 6 to go. Yellow on the track, debris laying in the main chute. and Steve Drake spins in the back chute below the Pioneer Mercantile sign.
Looks like, is that some big damage there on the left front of the machine, of his car there, Mikey?
Lights are out. We'll look for the green. Meyer, your leader of the 15 car, Rackenbach second. We go green.
We've got a melee in turns 3 and 4. Mike Hood is involved. The number 47 car of Chet Buckley also involved. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's Dashing Daryl Hood in the 23 machine, just on the other side of Mike Hood there.
Lights out. We're looking for the restart. Ron Meyer puts the hammer down. We go green.
Meyer slides his number 7 late model into turn 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. He goes. Chad Reichenbach looking to reel him in. The 0-1 of Dave Goulet in third place. Pappenhausen in fourth.
Oh, Myers opens the door big time into turn 4, but Reichenbach nowhere to be found. And Myers again loose out of turn 2.
Meyer's setup does not seem to be as good as it was in the early stages of this race, Mike. Maybe that long layoff may have hurt him.
26 down, 4 to go. 27 down, 3 to go.
It's anybody's race right now, Mike, with 3 laps to go as Pappenhausen tries to make his move on Goulet.
Your leader in the lap traffic, turn 4. Look out, here comes Reichenbach.
Meyer making contact with the number 6 machine. Reichenbach takes over the lead. Meyer moves into second place.
Oh, your leader got hung up in lap traffic. In turn 2 over to Jordan. Chad Reichenbach is your leader again in the red 15.
Into turn 3 comes your leader, Chad Reichenbach. Still, no checker flag, Mikey. We're going more than 30 laps. How about that? Reichenbach, your leader. Meyer in second. Goulet in third. Pappenhausen in fourth. It's a 4-car shootout for the win. Reichenbach dispenses with Greg Lloyd rather easily. And the 4 leaders get by, Mikey.
Oh, Reichenbach on a terror now. He's got a 4-car length advantage over Myers.
Definitely on a mission is Reichenbach. He's opened up a 7, 8, 9 car length advantage now over Meyer. They and Pappenhausen in third and fourth positions respectively.
I believe the black number 11 and Mike Collins currently 6 on the track.
I think that would put Scott Busby in 7th, I'm believing. Looky here.
Into turn 3 is the number 15. Reichenbach, he gets sideways out of 4. The number 7 now your leader.
Absolutely no one around Reichenbach. No one touched him that I saw, Mikey.
Solo spin out all by himself.
Ron Meyer now reassumes the first place position on the track. Lap traffic may be causing him havoc with 36 laps down, 4 laps to go, Mike.
Oh, melee in front of your leader. Ron Myers gets behind the 0-2. And he gets locked up with a 0-2 car. Action into turn 1. Meyer up against the wall.
Pappenhausen and Goulet make it through successfully. 37 laps down, 2 laps to go.
That's a 0-2 of Malin Gonzalez out of Fallon, Nevada. A slower car on the inside apron as Meyer came down low to make a pass, and he got his right front hooked up on the left side of that 0-2 car, and they both push up high into turn.
Ron Meyer's car leaving via the hook.
Boy, you can see a lot of contact evidence on his car.
Lights are out as we go down the back straightaway.
We go green.
Dave Goulet is your leader.
one more time to go.
The 01 car of Dave.
Car out of Chico, California, Richard Pappenhausen. And after that, who knows?
Wait for the official scorers to work things out, but we do have the first two finishers. Your winner tonight from Oregon, the 01 car, Dave Goulet.
And you can read the final rundown in the Bakersfield,
Great
California
job,
tomorrow. Compliments of the Californian and Pam Stewart. Lee?
Richard Pappenhausen coming in second place. After that, we have to wait for the official scorers to tabulate all the laps and scoring.